Well, I've got some good news. Not for you EV boys, but for me. Since I've had a couple of drags at my cigar, I've had an offer from a vape company to do a video. So there you go, watch out for that. So Woodford, if you're watching, cheers. Right, onto the serious business now of EVs. Gosh, it is a serious business too. One of my subscribers, and thanks very much, has sent me this story. Over £275,000 of unwanted electric cars dumped at the roadside in Nottingham after US Tesla rival went bust. This is 16th of April, updated 16th of April 2025. 9 brand new electric cars with a total value of between £278,000 and £520,000 have been dumped at the roadside in Nottingham after the Tesla rivaling manufacturer went into liquidation last year. Well, it's not Tesla rivaling, is it? They've gone bankrupt. They never were a Tesla rival. American EV brand Fisker filed for bankruptcy in June 2024 after months of rescue talks failed. The Fisker Group, which operates the EV arm of the Californian business, had failed to meet sales targets for its Ocean SUV and was forced to cease trading on the New York Stock Exchange after its stock price consistently fell below $1 for more than 30 consecutive days. Official records show that 419 Ocean EVs have been registered in the UK between December 2023 and June 2024, with 9 of these currently sat dormant in the Midlands, having been left outside to rot, parked up against hedges at the side of a quiet road. Prices for the Ocean, which was launched to challenge the dominance of Elon Musk's EV brand. This smacks of a ChatGPT article, doesn't it? Range from 30,900 to 57,900 in the UK, depending on specification, though the trim levels of the 9 discarded vehicles are unclear. The cars have been abandoned by local dealer Premium Central Performance and Prestige Cars, which had been holding them for Fisker, having signed a deal to be a UK distributor before Fisker went into liquidation, according to Nottinghamshire Live. There's a picture of the vehicles at the side of the road there. Local news outlets suggest multiple members of the public have reported the fleet of unmoved EVs on Colwick Road and Racecourse Road, east of the city centre, over the last 7 months. However, the combined 22 tonnes of dispensed electric cars are yet to be removed. All 9 cars appear to be registered, each fitted with UK number plate. They were likely pre-registered by the Nottinghamshire dealership, which was said to have been holding the EVs on behalf of the dissolved car company in case buyers could be found. The dealership reportedly contacted the liquidators in October to inform them that they were moving the cars to a public road ready for collection, as they were no longer able to legally stock or sell them. That's strange, that, because other people are selling them. I would question who title belongs to, and I'd also question they'd probably make more money by charging the liquidator for storage than if they'd sold them. So I don't know why they'd do that. By parking them on the public road, the dealership claimed to have relinquished itself from responsibility for the vehicles. Liquidators have been warned that Nottingham City Council would dispose of the convoy of EVs if they remained at the side of the road for too long. That threat has yet to see fruition, with all 9 cars remaining, some still with import stickers on the windscreen, seat covers in place and factory documents dumped inside. So if somebody nicks one, they've got all the documents. This story is getting too stupid for words. The City Council issued 7-day removal notices on the vehicles on the 3rd of March. However, they were pictured still in situ at the roadside on 14th of April. For the remaining 400 or so UK owners of Fisker Oceans who took delivery from December 2023, they faced the real prospect of being left with unfixable vehicles. There was one advertised not so long ago as a non-runner. A number of owners said last year that their electric SUVs had been plagued with issues even before the company filed for bankruptcy. This included brake failure, just what you need in a 2.5 ton EV, rapid battery draining, and the random opening of windows when parked. But after they reported the issues to Fisker, they found the firm's UK representatives to be less and less responsive as the company's financial situation worsened. Owner Kevin Mulligan told The Telegraph he feared for his life after his Fisker Ocean Extreme, which was advertised as being able to travel up to 440 miles on a single charge, coasted into the middle of a junction after his brakes failed to engage. And when he attempted to get his car's faults fixed, such as only travelling half the distance he was told it could on one charge, he claims he faced a number of challenges. He explained, "I was talking to one sales guy and then he'd been made redundant. Then I'd be passed to another guy who put me in touch with the engineer, and then he'd been made redundant. So there's no on-the-road service or support." Leasing companies quickly pulled the brand from their listings when the company went into liquidation, and the last remaining UK sales centre in Milton Keynes closed down shortly after the bankruptcy announcement. Mr. Mulligan said he was able to return his vehicle and recoup some of his $70,000 from Santander, through which he leased it. Well, if he leased it, there'd be a guaranteed future value, one would imagine. He could have just given it back at the end of it. No problems. Or when he paid 50%. I'm not sure why he would have to, unless he couldn't drive it anymore. Who knows? However, those who bought vehicles outright may not be so lucky. A company called American Lease agreed to buy around 3,300 cars from Fisker's remaining inventory last year for $46.3 million, having already paid around $42.5 million and taken ownership of about 1,100 cars. It then paid a further $2.5 million to access Fisker's servers for 5 years in order to provide over-the-air updates to existing customers encountering issues with their cars. Honestly, ChatGPT, this motor trade shit these days, it's worse than my spelling. Once these 5 years have passed, however, UK owners could potentially be left in possession of an EV that's rendered undrivable if over-the-air updates are no longer available. There are also huge concerns about the supply of replacement mechanical... Well, yeah, nobody's mentioned parts yet. There are also huge concerns about the supply of replacement mechanical parts for the cars due to failing components, damage succumbed in accidents, and general wear and tear. Without a supply, they are ultimately unfixable. A severe lack of qualified EV mechanics at independent garages also means getting these cars repaired could be an enormous headache. Fisker's closure comes 8 years after it was launched by veteran Danish car designer Henrik Fisker, the man who spearheaded the development of the BMW Z8 sports car in the 1990s. He had ambitious plans to add more EVs to the range alongside the Ocean, which was released in June 2023. There's a couple of things that this makes me think. Last week there was a job advertised on LinkedIn. I don't know whether I've still got it here. Not that I was looking at it, but I just thought, you know, it's for a startup EV company in the UK. Who are they going to get? Who is going to leave a secure job to go to a startup EV company? So they're going to get also-rans, aren't they? And a startup company needs somebody proper, somebody who knows what they're doing. They're just not going to get it. It's just not going to happen. Regional sales manager, new to market electric vehicle brand, United Kingdom, reposted 2 weeks ago over 100 applicants. 50,000 a year to 65,000 a year, remote, full time. Again, you know, if you've no job, fair enough. But why would you leave? If you were any good, why would you leave another company to go to a startup EV brand when the likelihood is that they're going to fail? If the legacy brands can't make a go of it in the UK, other people are going to suffer. Now let's just go. I always say that there's no such thing as an electric vehicle expert, because if there were an electric vehicle expert, they wouldn't be selling electric vehicles. That's just me. I know some will be, you know, some of them are doing okay. So Fisker's here, Fisker Ocean, we've got 15. We'll search 15 cars. Let's knock relevance off. We'll go to most recent, search 15 cars. And then we'll go to the bottom. Fisker Ocean Touring Range, when's that been for sale since? 23rd of the 5th, 2024. They've dropped it £5,559. Last change on 21st the 11th, 2024. Let's just see who's selling that. Nearly new, 27 miles that's done. 27 miles. Stebbings, Car Superstore, Kings Lynn. Back to results. Next one. Fisker Ocean, higher price. They're asking, well, that's Kings Lynn too. They're asking 24,558 for that. And they've knocked £500 off that. On the 29th of 1st, 2025, there's, oh heck, well look at that. Here, Fisker Ocean. You know when I always say there's one delivery mileage EV advertised, but there'll be like probably between 10 and 50 of the same colour, the same spec and so on. You advertise one and hopefully you sell several off the same thing. If you advertise 50, there's no sense of urgency at all for people. I'll go tomorrow. If you've got one, better ring now. 50, well, I'm going on holiday in a couple of weeks. I'll give them a ring when I get back. So here we go. What does this say? It says brand new, 10 available. Registration 2024 74, 25 miles. Big spec, 22-inch wheels. I mean, that's going to be a nice car. How much are they asking for it? 25,990. So the firm in America bought them for what? Let's just see if it was registered then. Is there a registration? Oh look, vehicle registered 1st to the 2nd, 2025. That's strange, isn't it? But anyway, so they've got 10. I wouldn't like to be the sales manager at their place, because that looks like they've got £250,000 worth of imaginary stock that they're not going to be able to sell. Private seller here. Says listed 3rd of the 2nd, 2025. He's asking 27,495 for it. What are those others? Those others are the same thing. So at a dealer, 25 miles, they're asking 25,990. It's private with 12,000 miles on. He's asking 27,495. He's never going to sell that as long as he's got a hold in his arse, is he? Another one here, limited edition, one high spec, 19,985, that's at Fareham. Another one, 34,800. Well, what did I say about the other guy? These people. That's Warrington. They're at Warrington. Then again, we've got another one here, 18,985. That's done 10,800 miles. And another one here, same garage. Where is it? Fisker Ocean. Which garage is it? Bayer Car Sales. Now, I'm pretty sure, as I say, when I said before, there's no EV experts that have got EVs, because if they were an EV expert, they wouldn't have or be selling EVs. Certainly not at the moment. Now, I'm sure it's EV experts, because just virtually the day before they announced that Fisker was going bust, I'm sure EV experts said they were taking the agency on. Fisker files for bankruptcy protection after failing to secure investment. That was June the 19th, 2024. The company, which was seen as a rival to Tesla. Why do they keep saying that? It wasn't. It never was it? But look at that. It was launched in 2016 and merged with a blank check firm in 2020 in a flotation that saw it valued at $2.9 billion. That is, 2.2 billion pounds. But after burning through cash in an attempt to increase production of its Ocean SUVs, it raised concerns in February about, anyway, we know what's happened. Here we go, electric vehicle experts. Fisker signs up EV experts as franchise partner in the south of England. June the 5th, 2024. June the 5th, June the 19th. 2 weeks later, EV Experts has agreed a new franchise agreement with Fisker, which will see it represent the electric brand in the south of England. The deal represents a significant landmark for the Surrey-based dealer as it looks to expand from offering its range of high-quality used EVs. Boss Martin Miller has described the arrangement as a traditional agency model and says the setup could have major positive impact on the business. It would have had a major impact on the business if they hadn't had the foresight to take it as an agency model. The firm, which won Used EV Dealer of the Year at the 2023 Car Dealer Used Car Awards, is now planning to open a Fisker service centre on the south coast as it looks to provide aftercare for its new partner. EV Expert, south of England. EV Expert closed their Hampshire location and have moved their operations to their Surrey store in Guildford. The decision was made after a difficult few months. I remember reading this before. Could well be true. I doubt it because most people buy stuff over the internet, but, you know, who knows how long they'd been negotiating with Fisker. Who knows whether or not they could have taken a dealership like BYD or Imodium Plus or somebody else. You know, Fisker could well have done them untold damage. I feel very sorry for them. As I've said before, please don't think I'm taking the pay. EV people take the mickey out of me. People who sell EVs call me all sorts of names. I feel very sorry for them. If they're in the motor trade, I feel very, very sorry for them. If they're in the motor trade and they're selling EVs, crikey, do I feel sorry for them. I can tell I'm going to start giggling here. Auto Trader. Cap. Let's have a look at this one. Let's just quickly have a look at this one. LJ73FGN. LJ73FGN. 4,000 miles. No, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at the garage that's got it in stock. I'm not laughing at Fisker. I'm not laughing at the people who've lost the job at Fisker. Do you know what I am laughing at? Auto Trader. I'm laughing at Auto Trader. And I'm laughing at them being so fucking arrogant with the pricing thing. Let's just go back. So that's 150 quid. Basically, they don't want it. It has got a value. I mean, I'd give £5 for it. You know, if whoever it is wants £5, I'll buy it off them. Take a chance. You know, run it for however long you can do and then throw it away. If it needs a software update, so be it. Then, you know, that's it. But that's £150. So we'll go back to Auto Trader's valuation, which I keep going on about. How have they got the cheek to advise the customers and dealers that is £2,506 below market average? Lower price. 18,664. We buy any car, 150 quid. How have they got the cheek? How has somebody at Auto Trader not thought, fuck, get these valuations off here? What if somebody who knows nothing about EVs and doesn't watch Baz's YouTube channel goes on there and thinks, wow, it's £2,506 below market average. I want an EV. I can charge it at home. Dogs will get in the back. You know, okay, the windows go up and down when they want. But dog will like that, stick its head out, ears flapping in the wind. He'll love it. So long as the window don't go back up when the dog's head's out, all good. No dogs were harmed in the making of this podcast. So there you go, lower price. Close to market average. 20,800, good. That's a good price. That one at 20,880. That's only 20,600 and something, 700 and something, 738 over what We Buy Any Car would give. These people have 10. They have 10. Now I don't know. Let's have a look. We'll go in here. Woodford Reserve. If you're watching, sponsorship, collaboration. 20. Oh, it's done 25 miles, so it doesn't show you that because it's less than so many miles, so they don't put a price on. Let's just have a look. We've done that one. That's done 10,000. That one's done 4,000. Did I do that one? What about that one? That's a nice colour. I like that. Oh, no, I was going to do something else actually. This one's 542 below market average. Let me just go back because what I was going to do, the ones with the 10, brand new 10 available, we'll go on there. We'll go to the Autobahn 100. Blimey. It doesn't look like a place that would have, you never know, don't get me wrong. I'm being condescending there and I don't mean to be, but it's showing they've got 21 cars on Auto Trader. It's always the bottom. EVs. First advertised 25th of 10th, 2024, down 3.5 grand. Next one, Kia Niro. First advertised 19th of 11th, 2024, down 2 grand. 27th of 11th, 2024, down 500 quid. 27th of 11th, 2024, down 1,800 quid. 4th of the 12th, 2024, down 1,000 quid. EVs are stabilising and they're flying off the shelves. Some of them, 11 days. You see, that's what being an EV expert brings you. That's what a new startup brings you. That's what you're doing at the moment. When you buy these Amodas, when you buy all the other stuff from China that have got no history of how they're going to survive, no history of management, you know, you are taking your savings in your hand. It's bad enough with a legacy model. It's bad enough with a good EV. You can't keep up with them. One that hasn't got a track record, like Fisker, you imagine you paid 57 grand for that. It's worth 150. Just imagine that. Climate Intelligence Unit. Is there any chance that you could tell me how much you can save a year when you can charge at home running a Fisker, please? Because I'm really interested to know. Because all your other calculations look, you know, so believable. Thank you. Okay, Auto Trader's prices. Cheers. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.